Welcome to this daily yoga flow. This is a 30-minute all levels practice with options to suit so that you can find different ways of doing postures that works best for you. Today's class includes a little bit of everything for your everyday practice. When you are ready, we'll begin in a seated position. So if you prefer, you could prop yourself up with a cushion or something if you find that more comfortable. Then when you get ready, rest your hands on your knees. Close your eyes and settle in. We'll start by taking a deep breath in through the nose and an audible breath out through the mouth. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Continue breathing in this way. Start to roll the head in a clockwise direction. And then go anti-clockwise. Bring the head into neutral, flick your eyes open. Then extend the left leg out to the side and keep your right foot close to the left thigh. Place the left hand on the inside of the leg and reach your right arm up and over as you bend towards your left leg. If the head is needing some support here, you could create a cradle with the left hand to rest the head in. There's also the option to wrap the right arm behind the back. This can help you to roll your chest open. Then pause, tune into your breath. Inhale here, and exhale. Then lifting back up, place the right hand by your side. With an inhale, pick up the hips. You could create a kickstand with the right leg to come into a supported side plank. Then reaching the left arm overhead, turn your chest open. Big breath in, lift your gaze up to the sky. Exhale out and sit the hips back down. Then we'll switch the legs, so right leg is straight, left foot comes to the inside of the right thigh. Place your right hand on the inside of the leg and reach the left arm up and over as you bend to the right. Cradle the head if it needs a little more support here. There's also the option to wrap the left arm behind the back to help you open your chest. Pause as you come back to your breath. Inhale here. Exhale. Sit back up, place the left hand by your side, pick up your hips and create a kickstand with the left leg. Right arm reaches overhead. Inhale, turn your chest open, gaze up to the sky. Exhale out. And sit the hips back down. Then face the short end of your mat. Keep your legs together with the knees bent. You can start with the hands just behind the knees as you sit back and lift the feet to come to boat. This could be option number 1. Option number 2, you could straighten the legs. Option number 3, reach the arms forwards. Find a place to focus your gaze and tune into your breath. If you straighten the legs, rebend them. For this next part, you could use your hands either side your body for support. So starting in boat, inhale. As you exhale, extend the legs and lower down into lower boat, keeping the upper back off the mat, legs off the mat. Inhale, lift up into boat. Exhale, lower to low boat. 3 more times. Inhale, boat. Exhale, low boat. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Pause in your lower boat for 5. Drawing navel to the spine for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up, cross your ankles, and you can either rock forwards or sweep the legs round to come into tabletop. Then set your hands, set your knees, and start with the fingers facing the front of your mat. Then spin your hands so they're either facing the sides, or if it's accessible, keep spinning them round so fingers face the knees. Pause a moment here. Then flip your hands so that the fingers face one another. Tops of the hands are on the mat. Press the hands into the ground as you pause here. And then flip your hands again so fingers face the front of the mat. Pausing here. And that's the sequence. We'll repeat that a little bit quicker now. So turning the fingers away from you, go as far as you can. So you go to your full range. Pause there. Flip the hands, so tops of the hands are down, fingers face one another. Pause here. Then come back to the starting position. Once more, spin the hands around. Then flip the hands, fingers face one another. Then come back to your starting position. Good. With your inhale, dip your belly, arch your back, gaze forwards. As you exhale, press the floor away, round the spine, bring chin to chest. Inhale into cow pose. Exhale to cat. Keep this flowing, moving at the pace of your breath, as fast or as slow as you like. One more inhale. And exhale. Come back to your neutral spine. Send the shoulders past the wrists. Bend your elbows, keeping them close to the side of the body. And lower down to your belly with control. Bring the forearms to the mat for Sphinx pose. Gentle back bend to begin. Roll the shoulders back. Draw the chest forwards. Inhale here. And exhale. Holding for one more breath in. Exhale out. Press back up to tabletop. Then straighten the legs to find plank. And in your plank position, bend one knee, tap it down to the mat, and then switch. So you're just walking out your legs in a plank position. You could always pause a little longer if you're needing a break. Then gradually pick up the hips. Keep walking yourself back into downward dog. And you may need to adjust your hands and your feet when you arrive here. If so, take any movements that you need to find your alignment. Ground down through your hands and your feet. Hold for a breath in. Exhale out. Then look forwards to the top of the mat and take baby steps to walk the feet forwards. When you find your fold, keep a bend in the knees. Take a hold of opposite elbow to come to ragdoll. Sway side to side. Just letting the upper body hang heavy. Keeping the breath steady. Even inhales and exhales. Good. Release your hands. Bring your fingertips down to the mat or to a set of blocks if you have them. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, step the left foot back and lower the knee. Arms up, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, bring your fingertips to your temple so elbows go wide. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, draw the chest open. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale in position. Exhale, lower the left hand down. And the right arm will wrap behind the back as you come into a slightly deeper twist now. Option to tuck the back toes and lift the knee. Focus the gaze on one spot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Look forwards to help with the balance. Place the left hand further ahead of you. Pick up the back knee if it's still on the mat. Then shift your way into your front foot. And you can either stay here if you're just figuring out the balance. If you're comfortable, then lift the back leg. And keep turning your chest open to the right. As we find our revolved half moon, option to reach the right arm up. Step the back foot forwards. Keep the knees bent as you sit back in chair. Then bring your hands together in prayer and the left elbow will rest on the outside of the right knee to come into twisted chair. If you're feeling a little restricted here, then you could rest the left forearm on the knees and reach the right arm up so that your chest has a little bit more space. Whichever variation you're taking, shift your weight back through your heels. Find your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Holding for one more breath in. Exhale, release the twist, fold forwards. You could pedal out your legs. Perhaps sway your hips a little side to side. Then inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, right foot steps back, lower the knee. Arms come up. Inhale to low lunge. Exhale, bring your fingertips to your temples and roll your shoulders back so you're broadening your chest. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale in position. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm wraps behind the back, coming into a deeper twist now. Option to lift the back knee. And keeping the gaze focused on one spot, find your breath. Look forwards for balance. Place the right hand ahead of you. Lift the back knee if it isn't already. Then shift weight into the front foot. And you can either just stay here, maybe just lifting the back foot slightly. Or you could go all the way lifting the leg, coming into our revolved half moon. Option to reach the left arm up. Keep your gaze focused to help with the balance. Step your back foot forwards. Keep the knees bent as you sit back into your chair. Bring hands to prayer. Right elbow rests on the outside of left knee for your twisted chair. If you're seeking a different option here, place the right forearm on the knees and reach the left arm up, and you may feel less restricted here. Shift the weight back through the heels. Find your breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Release the twist, fold forwards. Shake it out. Pedal it out, whatever you need here. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale, holding your plank. You could always lower the knees if needed. As you exhale, rock forwards, shoulders go past the wrists. Bend the elbows close to the side of the body as you lower down. Go slow through this. You're building strength. On the way down to your belly. Keep the hands close to your rib cage. Inhale, lift the chest. Roll the shoulders back for cobra. As you exhale, push back to downward dog. Relax chin towards the chest. Ground through your hands and your feet. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Open out the hip. Exhale, look forwards. And step the foot in between the hands. Open out the back foot. Windmill the arms up for warrior two. Then relax your shoulders. Reach your arms apart. And maybe you could edge that back foot a little further down the mat for an added challenge. Straighten the front leg. With an inhale, reach the right arm forwards. And as you exhale, lower the hand down, either to the lower leg or you could place it on a block if you have one. Reach the left arm up to come into Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Steady your breath here. Inhale to lift back up, rebend the front knee. Then you're either bringing the right forearm to rest on the thigh or the right hand down to the inside of the foot to come to extended side angle. Left arm can either stay reaching up or wrap behind the back. Focus your gaze on one spot, find your breath. And look forwards for balance. Edge your back foot a little closer to you to help with the transition. And place the right hand in front of the right foot. Shift weight into the foot. And you're either just staying here with the back foot slightly resting on the mat, or you're lifting the leg up to come into your half moon. Left arm could stay bound, or you could reach the arm up. And find a place to focus your gaze as you pause. Slowly lower the back foot down, turn the body to face forwards, plant the hands, and step to plank. Inhale, hold your pose. Exhale, rock forwards, bend the elbows for Chaturanga. Slowly lower down to your belly with control. Keep the hands next to the rib cage. Inhale, lift the chest for cobra. If this is too challenging, hands could always come forwards. As you exhale, come back to down dog. Lifting the left leg high. Inhale, open out the hip. Exhale, look forward, step the foot in between the hands. Open out the back foot, come up, warrior two. Relax the shoulders, reach the arms away. If you're looking for an added challenge, edge the back foot further down the mat. Straighten the front leg, inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, left hand lowers down, either resting on the leg or a block if you've got one. Right arm reaches up for Trikonasana. Option to lift your gaze up towards your right fingertips. Inhale, lift up, rebend the front knee. You can either rest the left forearm on the thigh or place the hand on the inside of the foot to come into extended side angle. Right arm could stay reaching up or wrap behind the back. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale out. Then look forwards. Place the left hand in front of you. Edge your back foot closer to you to help with the transition as you shift weight into the front foot. And you can either just hover the back foot slightly off the mat or lift the leg to come into your half moon. Right arm could stay bound or you could reach the arm up. Keep the gaze focused, breath steady. Slowly lower the back foot, turn your body to face forwards and step to plank. Holding for breath in, lowering the knees if you need as you lower down through Chaturanga. Option to take cobra, or you could roll onto the tops of the feet and press up into upward dog. So legs are off the mat here, just tops of the feet in connection. Hold for breath in. Exhale, come back to down dog. Pause, find your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Then looking forwards, you could hop, step, or jump your feet to your hands to come to forward fold. Option to straighten the legs this time in forward fold. You could catch the back of the ankles, maybe drawing yourself in deeper if it feels available. Then round your spine, slowly roll up to stand. Then separate your feet slightly to create a wider base. Shift your weight into the right foot and bring the left foot either just resting on the ground. Heel is connected to the lower leg for tree pose, or you could bring the foot up the lower leg just below the knee, or if the balance is there, bring the foot to the upper thigh. Once you're there, bring hands to prayer at heart center. Focus your gaze on one spot. Slowly release. Pedal the legs if you're needing to reset. Then shift weight into the left foot. Start by opening out the right knee. Place the foot against the lower leg if you're just getting familiar here. If the balance is there, you could bring the foot below the knee or to the upper thigh. Place hands at the heart center in prayer. Focus your gaze and pause here in tree pose. Release the foot. And setting the feet hips width, arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Lower your knees to come to tabletop. Keep the hips over the knees. Walk the hands forwards and sink the chest down into puppy pose. You could either keep the arms completely straight here, but for some people that won't be accessible, so you could bend the elbows to bring the forearms to the mat, and you may find this works better. Then either resting your chin or your forehead on the ground here. Settle in and deepen your breath. Start to round your lower back and see if you can send a wave through your spine as you ripple forwards to come and lie down on your belly. Then relax your arms by your side. With an inhale, lift the legs, arms and chest to come into Locust. If you're needing more support here, you could keep the hands by your side for stabilizers. But as best you can, try to lift unassisted. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale out. Lower the legs. Bring the forearms in front of you to create a pillow to rest your head in. Slow down your breath. When the breath is steady, lift the chest. You have the option to come back to Locust, just like before, or you could bend the knees, catch the ankles, and we'll work into bow. So with an inhale, press the heels into your hands to help lift the chest. off the mat and find bow pose. Keeping the breath steady, whichever posture you're in. Slowly release. You could create that pillow again to rest your head in. Option to wiggle the hips side to side, just releasing any lower back tension. And slowly come up into tabletop. Inhale to reach the right arm up. Turn your chest open. Exhale as you thread right arm under left. Lower the shoulder, lower the head down to the mat. Left arm could either reach towards the top of your mat or wrap behind the back. And start to slow down your breath as the practice begins to shift gear now. Come back up to tabletop. Inhale, reach left arm up, turn the chest open. Exhale, left arm threads under right. Lower the shoulder, lower the head to the mat. Right arm could either reach forwards or wrap behind the back. Come back into tabletop. Then keep the big toes touching, open your knees wide. Sit the hips on the heels and walk the hands forwards to lower down to child's pose. And start to deepen the breath even more. With each exhale, feeling the body letting go. Just relaxing into the support of your mat. Walk your hands into your knees to lift yourself up. Then lie on your back. As you lie down, hug your knees into your chest. And gently rock the knees from side to side. Option to open the knees wide, perhaps catching the ankles to find happy baby. Just taking any final movements now before we settle in for Savasana. Extend the legs down the mat and relax your arms either side your body. If you need to make any adjustments here, you could start by lifting your shoulders off the mat, rolling them down your back, and then lowering the back down to the mat. And we can do the same for the hips, just lifting them, slightly tucking a tail between your legs, and then lowering the back down. And tuning into the breath, breathing even deeper. Deepen your breath. And bring your awareness back to your space. Start to move your fingers and toes. Just gradually waking up the body. Hug the knees into the chest. And roll onto your side. And when you're ready, join me back in a seated position. Just keeping the eyes closed for now. Rest the hands on your knees and sit up tall. Take a deep breath in, lift the shoulders up to the ears. With your exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. And when you're ready, flicker your eyes open. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. I hope that you enjoyed this practice, and hopefully it's helped set you up for the rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you next time.